Hey, y'all, it's your girl Candy J coming to you from my office. Today is it's Wednesday, right? Oh my goodness. It feels like the week has gone by so quickly. First of all, let's if you have not already seen my Facebook post, happy birthday to one of the best friends that a girl could ever wish for, fellow therapist Renisha Johnson. Woo! Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Okay, so listen, normally it would be wedding Wednesday or wellness Wednesday, but this is probably, yeah, wellness Wednesday as well, because we're going to call it Wise Mind Wednesday. Okay. We've been talking about mindfulness, y'all. And if you have not caught my other lives, definitely go back and check. I believe it was Friday. I know I did one yesterday about mindfulness, right? And mindfulness, we have three different minds, we call it, right? We have emotional mind, we have a reasonable mind, and then we have a wise mind. And the emotional mind, and I talked about this, is used when feelings, it's controlled by feelings. Your thoughts and behaviors and all of those things are impulse control type things, because and it has little regard for consequences, right? When we think emotional, a lot of times we don't think about our consequences. This is just how I'm feeling, guys, and I'm gonna do this, right? We don't always think about the consequences before our actions. And then we think about the reasonable mind. A person that uses their reasonable mind, they when they approach a situation, they approach intellectually, right? They base everything on a plan, and they make decisions based on fact. A lot of times, we call this also just a logical person, right? I have another bestie who will think only in a logical mind, never, ever with emotions. And everything has to be logical and just make sense to him logically, right? It's usually somebody that's always using a reasonable mind. Well, a real wise mind refers to a balance between the reasonable and the emotional halves. And people are able to recognize and respect their feelings while responding in a rational manner. And so let's talk about step one to a wise mind, right? There are two steps to get yourself into a wise mind, right? In step one, what you do is observe and describe how you do that, and is non-judgmental and in one mindfully. Okay, to observe means to notice as things are just period, right, without subtracting or adding to it, right? And then to describe, it means putting words on your observations like you are a reporter, right? It's just straight facts, right? You're describing what something is, right? And then when you observe and describe, you do so in a non-judgmental manner, and you stay focused, and it's a one mind thing. You have a little bit of tunnel vision. This is the only time I feel like tunnel vision is appropriate, right? And then you practice this process. And I really want you to kind of practice this process right now, right? By observing and describing maybe your surroundings, your thoughts and feelings, or anything that you really choose, right? But again, we're doing this with non-judgment, just describing the facts like you are a reporter. You're putting no emotion into this. Right this moment, you are just dotting down what you see, what you feel, what you hear, right? Then in step two, so this is step two to a wise mind, right? What you do is participate, and how you do that is effectively, right? So in step two, what you do is participate, and how you do that is effectively, right? So it's based on what you observed in step one. choose what you want to participate in and do it fully, right? Immersing yourself in the experience 100%. Make your choice about what you participate is based on what will work and what will be effective, right? Once you are participating effectively, you are now in wise mind, right? So participate effectively in this moment and notice what wise mind feels like. So let's give a real life example, right? So I'm gonna tell you about something that happened to one of my clients. So she walked in her house, right? And she heard noises upstairs. And those noises turned out to be her fiance and someone that she didn't know. Like she had no attachment to this person, this woman that was in her house. Okay. All right. So let's think about this. Emotion says, I have a 12 gauge upstairs and I can go shoot these people, right? That's emotion. Like, and I'm only telling you exactly what she said to me, what her emotions. She was angry, she was hurt, she was ready to fight, and her first thought was the 12 gauge. Okay? Yeah. Now, mind you, my client is very country. So you're like, why does she got a 12 gauge in the house? Because she country. I love her to death. Okay, so 12 gauge ready to go, right? So she's thinking, okay, but logically, right, in my reasonable mind, right, I'm going to go to jail if I do this. I could possibly lose my freedom. I could possibly lose everything. And then I have taken two people's lives, right? And essentially three, because it's her life, his life, and the lady's life, right? This is all the things that were going through her head, right? So what she did was actually went to the room, saw what was happening, right? And she knocked on the door and to let them know that she was standing there, right? Knocked on the door, said, "Hi, how y'all doing?" With a big giant smile on her face. And mind you, I won't tell you what sign she is, but her fiance got up. Oh, baby, this is not what you think, blah, blah, blah. Like literally, like a scene out of a Lifetime movie. And she told the woman, she said, you have less than 60 seconds to find your clothes, your purse, your whatever, your car keys, whatever it is that you need, and get out of my house. You only have 60 seconds, okay? And so the woman scrambled, got downstairs, shoom, out the house, okay? Here he go. Because he knows what's in the house too. So he's holding her while she's like, take your hands off of me. And I don't know how, right? But she got into that wise mind and she stayed very calm, right? Not all of us could do that. Even the best of us may act a daggone fool, right? But she chose to stay in that wise mind. And she said, take your hands off of me. Don't touch me. All I need for you to do is pack a bag. Get your bag. Get out of my house. Now, luckily, the house is in her name, so she could actually say these things. Pack a bag. Get out of my house. Now, in 5.2 seconds. No, that's my words, 5.2. I believe she actually gave him like 5 minutes or something like that. But so don't you think, right? She took out the time to take a deep breath. Literally, I was in her head, she told me. I was walking up the stairs. I knew what I was walking into, and I took out the time to breathe. I took out the time to think about being in an emotional state and being in a reasonable state and making logical decisions, right? And responding in a rational manner rather than just by what the facts say, right? Because that could have turned out very, very badly. So I want you to think about your own wise mind situation. It doesn't have to be as extreme as that, right? But I want you to think about your own situation, right? Whether it be at work, whether it be at your house, whether it be with the kids, whether it be in traffic, right? What is it that you need to start with a baby step, right? Of going from emotional to reasonable to wise and making that rational decision. And I want to hear from you. Put it in the comments. Hashtag it's me, Candy. Hashtag mindfulness works. Hashtag my wise mind. Okay. This has been your girl, Candy J, your favorite mental health counselor, premarital marital counselor, wedding officiant, Mocha marriage facilitator, what marriage boot camp coach, sex educator for all ages. Come back for more tips on relationships, mental health, sex education, and so much more. And if you are needing assistance, don't hesitate to meet me in my DMs or click on candyologycs.com and send me a message and let me figure out how we can help you and assist you. Okay. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Again, this was Wise Mind Wednesday. Bye, guys.